okay, so like, is this the whole point? Like the whole, like, I feel like that's the question. What's the point?
Hmm.
Like, what's the point of anything we do? Does it even matter?
Hmm.
I don't know. I just maybe ordinary is fabulous. Maybe I just want to be ordinary and like, just be here and do nothing profound. Just
Hmm.
when it's time to go, I gotta go, like,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I don't know that there is like I'd be happy just randomly just passively going through life. Like that's not who I am. But again, what if like that's not who I think I am, but maybe that's exactly who I am. What if I'm someone who doesn't
Yeah,
give a
it,
damn and I'm not even a dreamer and it's just an idea that I've had this whole time?
yeah, because what if we die right now?
Ugh, yeah. I mean, yeah. What should have been the point? You know?
Hmm.
I
And
guess that's
it
why I
was
always thought
something that I've thought about for a long time. I don't like where I am.
I don't like where I am either. And yet I'm grateful because I'm not where I used to be. I'm so deeply grateful. Like immensely,
Hmm.
remarkably grateful because I've come a long way and yet I'm not where I thought I would be.
Hmm.
And I don't like it.
Hmm.
And so I feel like every time I go online, it's a chance to look at my life and someone else's life. So
Hmm.
what's the point? I don't want to look at that. I don't want to care, but I do, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, it's the how you look at it because you can look at it from many different angles. You can say, do you know what? I really don't like my life right now. And at the same time, I've done so much. I've done so much that even if I die right now, I'm very proud of myself. Or you can say, look at it from the opposite, totally opposite, different angle. It's like, I should have been over there, but I'm not, and I never will. And so it's it's ordinary life that is being presented in a very limited viewpoint, I think. And the challenge is for us to let go of this idea that there is an end and we're not happy where we are right now.
Do you think anyone really ever is
Is what? That they're happy where they are?
like really happy and say,
No, maybe for at the present moment, someone can be, but as a whole, I don't think it ever exists because of the fact that you always need contrast. Because if you are fully, really happy where you are right now, how do you know that you're really happy where you are right now? You
it's
have
in,
to, in order for you to say, I'm really happy with where I am right now, you have to know that you have been at a place that you were not happy for you to say, I'm very happy, right? So it's a comparison. It's always a comparison. And if you compare to your past, then you can be very happy right now. But when you compare yourself to the future, you'll be like, oh man, I suck.
touche. Yeah, I agree 100%. I just like when I'm organizing my closet, I kind of wish I could climb into my head and like organize my thoughts the way that I'm organizing my closet. Like the pants are here, like the shirts are here, my yoga pants, like, because right, like when all this is happening, I feel like my mind is all over the place.
Mhm.
And then when my mind is all over the place, I don't sleep well. When I don't sleep well, I'm in a foul mood. When I'm in a foul mood, I don't get much done during the day. When I don't get much done during the day, in the evening, I want to watch a movie instead of go to bed. When I watch a movie before, like right before going to bed, it's all I think about. It's all I dream about. The next morning, I wake up even more exhausted than that
Yeah.
morning.
And so
So,
I remember Homosi, Alex
yes.
Homosi.
Mhm.
He was talking to, shoot, what's that guy's name from the great something, the guy who has the orange background. Anyways, he was in an interview and he said one of the things is you have to decide that it's not a problem. You think it's a problem, but what if it's not a problem?
I actually think in some ways, the lazier you are, if you can get over the initial hump, the more successful you can be. Because what happens is if you give a hardworking person a problem, they give you a hardworking solution. If you give a lazy person a problem, they'll give you a lazy man solution.
What's the easiest way to do this?
Right? And a lot of times, some of the best problems in the world get solved by deciding they're not problems.
What do you mean?
It's like, let's say Layla says, babe, and I don't like being called babe, right? I could have a huge discussion about this, and this is our plan, so we can, get you out of saying this because it makes me feel this way. It reminds me of my mom, whatever, right?
Or you just let it go.
Or I decide that it's not a problem, and it's way faster to solve problems that way by deciding they're not problems to begin with.
Interesting.
They can just say, oh, okay, it's not a problem. So what I'm seeing right now is you're saying, oh, my thoughts is all over the place. I want it to be like that. But what if it's not a problem in here? And you just let it go. You say, yes, thank you, but it works for me and let it go so that you can focus on what you really want, right? You can still decide, okay, do I really want to do this thing? No, I really don't want to. Then just decide, no, I don't want to, and not feel guilty about it. Or I don't want to, and yet I have to, so just going to do it. And you don't have to be happy after doing this thing, but you've just completed it. And it's not a problem. It's not a problem that you complete it and you don't, it's not fulfilling. It's not a problem that you did it and it doesn't bring you happiness. You just did it. And then you can move on to the next thing without making it a problem. And I think it's something that right now I'm also learning to let all this go because it's all these, I'm hanging on to all these things that make me very unhappy, make me criticize myself some more, make me judge myself some more. So what if it's not a problem that I don't post 3 times a day because I really cannot. So instead of beating myself up for saying, oh, you're not doing what other people say to do, like it doesn't serve me and it doesn't help me. So rather than criticizing myself, I'm just like, I post once, I'm happy, that's it. Whether I like it or not, doesn't matter. I've posted it, I move on. So it's learning these things, and it really comes from when I was with Simone doing her like learning about Buddhism. It's the you let it go. You just let it go. It's so hard, but you just let it go because you when you're holding on to it, you're making it a problem and it's not serving you. So why don't you just let it go and accept what it is and just move on?
I like that. I like that a lot. And I think what's standing out here is when you make it a problem and it was never meant to be a problem. Maybe it's just a reminder, right? Like maybe the idea of like I gotta post at least once or twice a day isn't to beat ourselves up, but maybe it's just kind of showing you that, oh, maybe like you could do this while you're commuting to work, or like you see those 5 minutes before you jump in a meeting. Maybe you could just post what comes up. Like don't overthink it, just do the thing. Like don't think, just do. And when now we think, oh, but then I didn't, and maybe I could, what then it just becomes this loop whereby you just keep on feeling you and then you end up feeling like shit, and that doesn't serve you. And I think in the end, it comes down to, as you said, like don't make it a big deal. It's like it either works or it doesn't, right? It's I'm gonna do it or I won't. There is no like, oh, maybe, let me think about it, or you know.